Greetings from Layton, Utah. Today is Saturday, June 17th, 2023. And I took my watch off, so I don't know exactly what time it is. Let's see if I can peek on my phone here. 7:43 p.m. Mountain Time. I know I'm just showing the scenery, but I'm also walking Coco, the ever so curious dog. This is the first time I've done a live stream with Coco, so we'll see how much of a challenge it is. Just kind of going to try enjoying where snowbands persist. Yeah, you're not going to see mountains in Cleveland. You'll see lots of greenery and metro parks in Cleveland. Come on, Coco. She gets excited anytime dogs start barking. See the sprinklers on at that house over there. So last year, and I think the year before that, well, the sprinklers just stopped as if they heard me talking. Last year and the year before that, because of I think water shortage or some type of concerns with that, they were restricting how often you could run the sprinklers. So everyone's grass in this area would be like burned, scorched yellow because it wasn't getting any water. Yeah, I think it was more like a drought too. I think the lakes were running low and all that stuff. But this year it hasn't been a problem, so everyone's grass, at least through June, is nice and green. So for anyone watching who regularly follows my videos, I haven't had a chance to do anything for video-wise for the past week since my vlog of my travel day. Oh, let's see, or is this going to be the challenging part? Yep. So I'm trying to do the challenging thing of scooping up the poop. So I brought my tripod. Let's see if this works or if she's going to knock my camera down. She's probably going to see it on the ground and come knock it over. Alright, to my surprise, she did not attack the camera like I thought she would. Yeah, I did a vlog when I was traveling to Utah about a week and a half ago. Yeah, a little over a week ago. But I was still busy working and doing a bunch of other things this past week. But I'm hoping that tomorrow, maybe, and in the coming week, I can actually film and explore quite a bit in Utah throughout the Salt Lake and neighboring areas. Barbara saying hello from Wyoming. Welcome, Barbara. See Coco getting excited with the dogs. Let's go this way, Coco. She's still She's a relative puppy still, about a little over 2 years old. Today's one of those days where she's overly excited and just wants to be a puller. That's usually what happens when she sees other dogs. She gets that like little burst of energy. Yeah, I have some ideas of places that I want to see in the Salt Lake area. I've never done a live stream in the Salt Lake area. I've done several videos from the downtown area, but during the week I'd like to do a live stream down there. And then there's some other topical ideas I have in mind for smaller videos, and I might do another vlog style video at some point too, because that seemed to go over pretty well. For my Cleveland-based audience, one of the funny things is that during this past week or so, I just like saw a bunch of things pop up on my Twitter and Instagram timeline about like new little attractions that have popped up in Cleveland. And I was like, man, all this stuff happened like it's the second I left. Like I could see in Public Square a new art exhibit went up. Well, like it was a small thing, like 3 caricature statues, but nonetheless it was a new thing. You had the Juneteenth celebration happening. A lot of times if she doesn't see grass, like she just sees rocks like this, she'll run past the rocks so she can get to the grass and start sniffing around. But yeah, also in the Cleveland area, I saw the library has a new art exhibit of some more caricatures as well. When I saw that, the picture of that one, those like art exhibit statues look kind of freaky, but you know, it's still fun to see something. And then inside the library, there's supposed to be a new art exhibit. At Playhouse Square, the Connor Palace got their facade installed. So that was the first of the new facades. Look at this little garden area here in the front yard. Welcome, Alejandra E. You said, love your dog. Thank you. And you said you went to the Lakewood Food and Crafts. Lovely. Oh, so Lakewood had an event too, you're saying? I know you had seen, I forgot what day. There was supposed to be one day like a Madison Park was going to have a, I mean, this stuff probably already happened, but Madison Park had an event, like a little summer picnic thing. And then I think the Lakewood Food Festival is going to be at the West 117th Project place. I saw I'm trying to think of the pronunciation again because I swear I had it right the other day, but now I'm forgetting it, of that pizza place. Geraces. I think I finally pronounced it right for the first time on a live stream. Geraces. So yeah, in Cleveland, Coco, East 5th and Prospect, Geraces is supposedly giving free slices for fathers on Father's Day tomorrow. Yeah, if you don't have Twitter or social or Instagram, probably more so Instagram. It seems like businesses prefer Instagram. You know, try to follow a lot of these social media accounts on Instagram so you can stay up to date with these things too. Because otherwise, you know, I didn't see this stuff myself, but I feel like I'm still staying up to date in all things new in the Cleveland area. And then what else was I going to say? Oh, one other big development is, let's go this way, Coco. On West 25th Street in Cleveland, on the corner of West 25th and Lorraine, the West Side Market finally got rid of that construction facade or construction scaffolding that's been outside the tower for, God, it seems like 2 or 3 years. It could have been shorter, but I always say that it just seems like it's been a long time. So one of the reasons I had been delaying a video inside the West Side Market is I was hoping one day that facade would come down. So it looks like it is. So maybe in early July I can do a showcasing of what the oh, now Coco wants to lay down. Come here, Coco. Maybe in early July I can do a showcasing of the West Side Market. Probably the biggest Cleveland related video that I haven't done yet, given its popularity, because that's truly, like, besides the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that's right up there with like the top tourist attractions that you would invite people to go see. Come here, Coco. She gets excited when she sees people.
Okay.
All right, Coco. Have a good night, guys. She's getting some of that energy out. She was like just jumping on. Sorry, I know the camera works probably not the best in this video, but like I said, I'm trying to hold a tight grip on the leash while walking forward and not losing control of the camera or the leash. Alejandra says, looking for a place to see fireworks on the 4th. Do you have a favorite area to watch them? I've never been in person up close to any fireworks show except for, oh, do you want to go through the sprinklers, Coco? I've never been up close to any fireworks show in Cleveland except for 2019, the Lakewood Park one. I went up close to that and it was pretty good. They had music. People brought their blankets, decent crowd, and then the fireworks. So unfortunately that's the only first-hand experience I can get. When I was younger, and I talked about this in one of my Detroit Avenue tour video, we used to go to Kaufman Park in Lakewood, and you would see the Lakewood Park fireworks but from a far distance. But yeah, if you're actually looking to see the fireworks, relatively close, Lakewood Park is a candidate. I know Edgewater is supposed to be the main show, but I'm not quite sure since I've never been there. I assume they still do them. I don't know where in Edgewater Park, like the seating area is. I imagine it's probably in like the big open field area. But you'd have to check online. Those are the two that I'm somewhat familiar with. Otherwise, in the Cleveland area, a lot of times I would just be standing in the backyard or front yard and gazing at all the locals doing fireworks and shooting them off. Because you can get a good show just from the neighborhood itself. Alright, we are at the corner of Church Street and 2700 north. I need to look up so I can say it better, but see how even Church Street says 1425 east? There's some type of system that Utah does where they use like numbers and directions for all their streets. There's a method to the madness. Let's see here. Spinning around so the leash doesn't get caught up here. I think we have a chance to go here. Come on, Coco, let's go. Go across the street. Outside of the fire station. Up there would be a little shopping area where you have a Walmart grocery store, Beans and Brew, what do you want to call it? Little Caesars, and then further on down, I'm pointing the camera there as if it's there. You would see like Taco Bell, Wendy's, hair cutting place, a few other small shops like a salon, or I think there's a small bakery. It's not a huge shopping plaza, just like a local neighborhood one. This area here, I guess, is called Wyndham Highlands. Probably the community of houses. And then right now we're going to Sand Ridge Park, small local park. It has a tiny trail. I know there's a few garbage cans here at the park. I'm hoping, I thought they had one at this corner. I guess not. I know they have one all the way at the other end. I'm gonna walk in the grass with Coco though, because otherwise if I'm too close to the trail, she'll go crazy when the people are approaching. And like I said, it wouldn't normally be an issue, but with me balancing the camera, plus she likes the grass anyway better. All right, we'll go over the trail now. Coco, I was gonna sit down over here. This probably isn't the best place to sit down because she has nowhere in the grass to lay down, right? Yeah, going that way is the more scenic view, where you have the mountains. No matter what city you're in, near the Salt Lake area, you're pretty much going to be close to mountains if you look, one way or another. It may not be every direction. Like, I mean, I can see the mountains far in the background that way, but turning around behind us is where you really see them. Oh, a lot of times she just goes Small bits of peeing. Every single tree she likes going up to, right? Sniffing what other dogs have been there. So like I said earlier, if anyone's just tuning in now, kind of the purpose of this video was I hadn't done one in a bit, so just wanted to provide a little bit of an update on what's to come. Hopefully this week, doing some videos in the Salt Lake area, showing off some interesting things. But in the meantime, hopefully this is a nice little relaxing video, as it is a relaxing walk for both of us. Usually once she gets to certain points of her walk, this is what she does. She just starts rolling around in the grass. See, you can't even go a couple feet without doing it now. Barbara says, originally I only wanted to watch your Cleveland videos, but now I love the variety and enjoy seeing you everywhere you travel. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Yeah, I definitely understand, why people would have a niche for the videos where they grew up, like me. I started off watching, during the pandemic, videos from New York City because, we discovered this guy named Action Kid who was doing videos, and then eventually I discovered several other people who do videos in New York City. And New York City is just fascinating in itself. When I traveled there in 2019 with my brother, it was all for that 1 week. We saw so much, but there was so much that we didn't see. So I was always intrigued to watch New York City related videos, just to be more educated about like the one-of-a-kind city in the I guess the whole world almost, to a degree. And there's some other places where I'm interested in videos to a degree, like Las Vegas videos, because I've been there, and sometimes maybe San Diego, but otherwise, like, I don't follow other cities super in depth. Like when Action Kid now travels to a lot of places, which I think is cool. I definitely think it's a good idea for him to branch out and pick up some more viewers. But whereas, I would regularly watch his New York videos when he goes to Miami or Hawaii, it became a thing where, I would still tune in occasionally because I grew to like the personality of him. And, see what he's up to. But I don't watch every video from that city because my investment in those cities just isn't as great, and you can only watch so much. So I definitely understand that from a perspective of someone interested in seeing the Cleveland videos. I don't expect the demand for Utah or other city videos to be as great. Come on, Coco. But yeah, it's definitely much appreciated if you guys do tune in, even if it's just for a couple seconds to say hi. Coco's seeing the crowd of people under the gazebo and getting a little overzealous. Come on, Coco. Welcome, Paula Baylor, with the sunset emoji. Got a couple of dogs over here, so funny thing is I think they're crossing like I am. Come on, Coco. See, now she doesn't want to get up. She's just eyeing the dogs in the background. Let's go, Coco. Come on, Coco. Those are the dogs she's looking at. Let's go, Coco. I may have overlooked another garbage can somewhere in the park, but this is where I definitely knew there was one, so I can finally throw out the poop bag from earlier. Wait, Coco. Sorry, when I'm spinning around sometimes like this, it's not to make you guys dizzy. Sometimes she wraps around my leg, and I gotta do that, otherwise the leash will get caught under her legs. And someone left two water bottles on the ground there. And you can see over there, there's two kids selling. I mean, it's like kind of what you would think of as a lemonade stand, but it looks like they're just selling pop and drinks. They said $2 each. Got to tighten up the leash here since we're closer to the road. So over there is toward the mountains. If you remember last month, if anyone watched my video of exploring a trail in the mountains, I did like a 1 hour, well, I did a video of bike riding to there, and then I did a second part 2 video where I was actually in the mountains. That's the area that I was exploring from like that whole panoramic view I just did. And the way you would get there from here is if I took Church Street, which is what we're on now, all the way to Antelope, and then took a left turn toward the mountains. That's basically what I did the bike ride on before exploring the mountains. Now if you're looking like what direction is Salt Lake City? Salt Lake City would be well ahead that way. Sorry, I just pointed. You know, the reason I'm bringing up the pointing thing is because I randomly got a comment, and I appreciate any feedback from viewers, but someone commented on, just before I did this video, commented on a video that I shot last year in Little Italy in Cleveland, and they said, it kind of said like, oh, I enjoy your videos, but I wish you wouldn't point with your finger and your hand at things because it's an insult to viewers, because it, you know, treats them like they're blind and stupid. And I was thinking to myself, oh man, like, I don't think, no one's ever mentioned that, so I don't think that's the case. I think that was an isolated opinion, but you know, it's just habit. Like, I wasn't even thinking about pointing. Let's go, Coco. Let's run across the street. Oh, faster, Coco. This is the main street now. You can tell she's a little bit tired, that she's not jogging across now. But anyway, yeah, you know, I'm not trying to like point to treat people as dumb. I was just trying to reinforce that I'm talking about that direction there. If you kept going that direction, because in Cleveland I would know whether to say north, south. I don't have my directional bearings quite in a different state like this one, what's north, south, east, or west. But yeah, the direction I said, that would, if you kept going there, it would be about a 35-minute drive to get to Salt Lake City. Similarly, if you took the train, it would be about a 30-minute ride from the Layton train station to downtown Salt Lake City. Unfortunately, the front-runner trains do not run on Sundays. They run Mondays through Saturdays, but they are very convenient for those days. Certain things are just closed on Sundays, like the train, and then City Creek Center in downtown Salt Lake City. So Sundays aren't the best day to visit the downtown area. Not that there's nothing to do, but she is going at a super slow pace now. It's like she's no longer a puppy, but she's still hanging in there. And now I'm looking at her harness too. I think she, when she rolled over one of those times, she must have slipped out of the harness and Barbara said, by the way, that's a great haircut you got the other day. Thank you. Yeah, you're referencing that vlog. What's funny is, I mean, I could see in the mirror, like when I got back to work that day, I could see in the mirror the results, and I was like, oh yeah, this looks nice. You know, for myself, I liked how the guy did it, but I didn't watch it back on video until I had already published until I already published the video on YouTube. So like I put it all together, published it, and then, you know, skimmed through and watched parts of it. So when I got to that part when it shows me walking to the hair cutting place, and then immediately after, I was like, oh yeah, the results of that look really, really good compared to, you know, it's nice seeing that like quick before and after in close proximity to each other. Yeah, the harness I was referring to when I'm looking at Coco. Just one of her arms on the front part. It slipped out of the harness. Strange, that's like never happened. It's probably when I was when she was rolling over at the park a few times. Laura, I'll be back in Cleveland at around June 26th. I'll be headed back to Cleveland. So looking forward to, I know when I was there for May and June, I got in a nice groove. The weather was nice. Got to film quite a bit of videos. Hopefully the weather's still decent, but you know it's only a matter of time when July hits. Bottles and stay hydrated. But usually the unforeseen challenge that may not come across to viewers is that the heat, while I may be able to bear with it, the camera equipment does not, whether that be the phone or the gimbal, even the pre-recorded gimbal device. A lot of times, just even like 5 to 10 minutes of exposure in beating sun. It's more so the beating sun, because if I'm in the shade on a 90-degree day, like it'll be okay. But if you're in the sun on even like an 80-degree day, you're going to get a warning message, and it's just not going to let me film. You know, it's going to say too hot for safety reasons, cannot, film, cool your device down. And then, so that's more so the challenge with recording when it gets to hot weather. But yeah, I'm wrapping up the walk with Coco. I started this video just up that hill there, so that gives you perspective. I've come full circle. So if you enjoyed this little evening stroll in Layton, Utah, and if you enjoyed the company of Coco, say hi, Coco. Come on. I think she's too distracted about wanting to get home right now. You saw how energetic she was at the beginning of the video. But yes, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time. Oh, more dogs on both sides of the street to make Coco cry out in pain. She's not pain, but like she's like looking at both of them like, what do I do? I'm looking at electric vehicles. Oh. Come here, Coco. Oh, that dog actually got loose. It was chained up. Oh well, we'll end the stream now.